Emma stirs from her sleep, her head throbbing. As she opens her eyes, she realizes she's in her apartment, but there's a strange man beside her. She gasps and bolts upright. Panic sets in as Emma scrambles out of bed, frantically trying to recall the events of the previous night. Her mind is a foggy void. She clutches her head, distressed, unable to piece anything together. The man stirs, groaning. As he sits up, he introduces himself as Jake, just as perplexed as Emma. Their exchange is awkward, laced with anxiety as they both try to understand how they ended up together. They decide to look around the apartment for clues. Emma finds a torn note with smudged writing, while Jake discovers a lipstick-smeared cocktail glass. Fragmented flashes of a crowded bar and loud music flood their minds, but nothing concrete. Emma and Jake decide to retrace their steps. They leave the apartment and head to the nearest bar, the last place they vaguely remember being. At the bar, the bartender recognizes them and recounts seeing them arguing with another man. This triggers a partial memory for Emma of a heated exchange, but no clear details. The bartender gives them the name of the man they argued with, Liam. Emma recalls Liam being an old college friend she bumped into the night before. They set out to find him for more answers. They visit Liam's apartment. Liam is hesitant but eventually lets them in. He reveals that they were all at a party where things got tense, and Emma and Jake left together after a heated confrontation. Emma and Jake leave Liam's apartment, their memories slowly piecing together. They recall a party where secrets were revealed, Emma confronting Jake about a betrayal, and Jake trying to explain himself. Back at Emma's apartment, they find Emma's phone with a series of missed calls and texts from Jake, revealing he had been trying to reach her before the night of the party. Emma confronts Jake, accusing him of hiding something. Jake admits that he had been working undercover to investigate a corruption scandal at the company Emma works for, and the party was where he was supposed to meet a key informant, Emma's boss. Emma, feeling betrayed but also curious, presses Jake for more information. Together, they realize that their memories were tampered with, possibly to keep them from uncovering a bigger conspiracy. They find a hidden camera in the apartment that might have recorded the events of the previous night. They watch the footage, revealing a masked intruder who drugged them to erase their memories. Emma and Jake decide to work together to expose the corruption, their ordeal forging a tentative trust between them. The mystery of their lost memories becomes the starting point of a deeper investigation into the dangers lurking in Emma's workplace. Emma and Jake begin their investigation by digging into Emma's company files. They discover encrypted documents hinting at financial irregularities and covert dealings. Emma's boss, Mr. Carter, seems to be at the center of it all. As they delve deeper, they uncover a pattern of employees disappearing or being silenced after raising concerns. Emma's determination grows, realizing she might have been targeted because of her association with Jake. They decide to confront Mr. Carter. Emma schedules a meeting under the guise of wanting to discuss a project. Jake, meanwhile, hacks into the company's surveillance system to provide backup. During the meeting, Emma subtly hints at the documents she's found. Mr. Carter becomes visibly uneasy, his demeanor shifting from charming to threatening. Emma's courage wavers, but she presses on, knowing Jake is watching. Jake records the interaction, capturing Mr. Carter's incriminating responses. When Emma mentions the tampered memories and the masked intruder, Mr. Carter's reaction confirms their suspicions. He tries to intimidate Emma, but she holds her ground. After the tense meeting, Emma and Jake regroup. Jake reveals he has enough evidence to expose Mr. Carter, but warns that doing so will put them in danger. Emma is resolute, knowing the truth must come out. They plan to leak the information to the media. However, as they prepare, they realize they are being followed. The tension heightens as they evade their pursuers through the city. They take refuge in a safe house Jake had prepared for such emergencies. Emma's phone buzzes with a message from an unknown number, "You're in over your head. Stop now." They realize the conspiracy runs deeper than they imagined. Despite the threats, they proceed with their plan. Jake sends the evidence to a trusted journalist, while Emma prepares a statement revealing the truth about her company's corruption. The media picks up the story, causing a public outcry. Mr. Carter is arrested, and the company is thrown into chaos. Emma and Jake watch the news, relieved but aware that their journey is far from over. Emma stands in her apartment, reflecting on how much her life has changed in just a few days. Jake joins her, and they share a moment of quiet understanding. They know they've only scratched the surface of a larger mystery, but for now, they've won a small victory. As they prepare to face the next chapter of their lives, they make a pact to stick together, determined to uncover the full extent of the conspiracy. The camera pans out as they walk towards the window, the city skyline promising both challenges and opportunities ahead. Emma and Jake leave the bar, pondering the bartender's cryptic remarks about their encounter with the mysterious stranger. They decide to visit a nearby park where they had apparently spent some time. As they walk through the park, Jake finds a torn piece of paper in his pocket with a partial address scribbled on it. The handwriting is unfamiliar, adding to the mystery. Following the partial address, Emma and Jake arrive at an upscale apartment building. Hesitant but determined, they buzz the intercom. To their surprise, the door opens without a response. Inside, they find a small note pinned to the wall with their names on it. The note reads, "You are looking for answers. Meet me at the rooftop." Confused but intrigued, they make their way up. On the rooftop, they are greeted by the mysterious stranger from their flashbacks, a woman named Sophia. She explains that their paths crossed during a spontaneous act of charity where they helped her retrieve a stolen purse. Sophia reveals that during their brief time together, Emma had confided in her about a secret from her past that Jake is unaware of. Back in the apartment, Jake confronts Emma about the secret Sophia hinted at. Emma hesitates but eventually admits to a troubled past involving a family scandal that she had kept hidden. She feared Jake's reaction, which is why she never told him. Jake, though surprised, assures Emma that her past doesn't change how he feels about her. As they piece together the events of the previous night, they realize that their wild adventure was a means of escaping reality. The dancing and laughter were their way of coping, and the mysterious stranger turned out to be a catalyst for confronting the truth. They acknowledge the strength in their relationship and the importance of honesty. Emma and Jake, now with a deeper understanding of each other, decide to leave the past behind and focus on building a future together. They thank Sophia for her role in their journey and leave the rooftop with a renewed sense of clarity and connection. The night may have been wild, but it brought them closer than ever before. As Emma and Jake walk away from the apartment, they receive a text message from an unknown number. The message invites them to a private gallery opening later that evening, signed off by Sophia. Intrigued by the connection to their eventful night and eager to unwind, they decide to attend. At the gallery, Emma and Jake are mesmerized by the art, which seems to reflect the chaotic beauty of their wild night. To their surprise, Sophia is the featured artist. Her paintings depict moments of spontaneity, connection, and vulnerability. She approaches them, explaining that their night together inspired her latest collection, emphasizing the serendipity of their encounter. Sophia leads them to a hidden section of the gallery, revealing a special piece she has titled "Piecing It Together." The artwork is a collage of abstract images that capture the essence of Emma and Jake's journey, flashes of their laughter, the park, the bar, and the rooftop. It serves as a reminder of how fragmented moments can create a cohesive, meaningful story. Emma and Jake stand before the artwork, reflecting on the growth they've experienced. Emma realizes that her fear of vulnerability had been holding her back, while Jake recognizes the importance of being more attuned to Emma's emotional landscape. They express gratitude for the unexpected journey and the role each played in helping the other grow. As the gallery begins to close, Sophia presents Emma and Jake with a small token, a journal. She encourages them to continue documenting their adventures, both wild and mundane, as a testament to their evolving story. They accept it with enthusiasm, seeing it as a new way to strengthen their bond. That night, back in their apartment, Emma and Jake sit together, writing the first entry in their journal. They recount their extraordinary day, laughing at the twists and turns, and expressing hope for the future. They promise to remain open with each other, ensuring that their relationship continues to thrive. The next morning, Emma and Jake receive a mysterious envelope slipped under their door. Inside is a photograph from their wild night, showing them laughing with Sophia and a few other strangers. On the back of the photo is a message: "The journey isn't over. Trust the process." Confused but intrigued, they decide to follow the breadcrumbs. Emma suggests visiting a quaint cafe where they had stopped briefly the previous night. At the cafe, they meet an elderly man named George who had been there during their visit. George recalls their lively conversation about dreams and aspirations, mentioning that Emma had spoken passionately about something she always wanted to do but never had the courage to pursue. Emma confesses to Jake that she has always dreamed of starting her own small business, a boutique filled with handmade crafts and unique finds. The dream had been suppressed due to her fear of failure and the pressure of following a more conventional path. Jake encourages her to pursue it, offering his support. Inspired by Jake's encouragement, Emma begins to research the steps needed to start her boutique. They spend the day brainstorming ideas, visiting local markets, and gathering inspiration. Their excitement grows as they realize how much this venture could mean for Emma's personal fulfillment and their shared future. As they leave a market, Emma's phone buzzes with another message from the unknown number. This time, it contains coordinates leading to a remote beach. Intrigued by the mystery and eager for another adventure, they decide to follow the lead, hoping it will bring more clarity to their unfolding story. At the beach, they find a small gathering of people around a bonfire. Among them is Sophia, who greets them warmly. She explains that the beach is a place where people come to let go of their fears and embrace new beginnings. She invites Emma and Jake to participate in a symbolic ritual of releasing old burdens. Emma and Jake each write down their fears and insecurities on small pieces of paper, tossing them into the fire. As the flames consume the paper, they feel a sense of liberation. The experience strengthens their resolve to move forward with openness and courage, both individually and as a couple. As the sun rises, Emma and Jake sit by the water, holding hands and watching the waves. They feel a renewed sense of purpose, ready to embrace whatever the future holds. They decide to take things one step at a time, supporting each other's dreams and adventures, knowing that together, they can navigate any challenge. Back at their apartment, they receive one last message from the unknown number: "Sometimes, you need to lose yourself to find what truly matters. Keep piecing it together." They smile, realizing that the sender was someone who wanted to help them find their way. They embrace, feeling grateful for the journey that brought them closer and opened new doors. Months later, Emma stands proudly in front of her newly opened boutique, piecing it together, a name inspired by their journey. Jake is by her side, beaming with pride. Friends and family gather to celebrate, including Sophia and George. The boutique is filled with handmade items and memories from their adventures, symbolizing the beauty of embracing life's unpredictable path. Emma and Jake's story comes full circle, showcasing their growth, love, and the power of facing challenges together. Emma and Jake sit across from each other in a dimly lit room, the air thick with tension. Emma, her hands trembling slightly, opens up about a traumatic event from her past, an incident she has never shared with anyone. Jake listens intently, his eyes reflecting a mix of sympathy and regret. When it's Jake's turn, he confesses a dark secret that has haunted him for years, one that he fears Emma might not forgive. They both realize that their pasts are more intertwined than they thought, bound by pain and a shared desire for redemption. Later, as they try to process their emotional exchange, Emma's phone buzzes. She finds a message from an unknown number, containing cryptic coordinates and a short, ominous note: "Find the truth where it all began." Intrigued yet cautious, they decide to follow the trail, driven by a need to uncover whatever truth lies hidden. The coordinates lead them to an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. As they search the dusty, forgotten space, they uncover a series of old documents and photographs that hint at a deeper, more sinister conspiracy. Among the papers, they find a journal belonging to a missing person, someone Emma recognizes from her past. The entries reveal that this person was on the verge of exposing a powerful entity before they vanished. As they piece together the clues, Emma and Jake feel the weight of the mystery pressing down on them. A sense of being watched grows stronger, and they realize that someone is determined to prevent them from uncovering the truth. Their fears are confirmed when they hear footsteps echoing through the empty warehouse. With their hearts pounding, they barely manage to escape, but not before vowing to continue their search for answers. Emma and Jake decide they need allies to unravel the mystery. They turn to Emma's old friend, Laura, a journalist known for her tenacity. Laura agrees to help, intrigued by the story and driven by a desire for justice. Together, they dive deeper into the clues, uncovering a network of corruption and deceit that reaches into powerful circles. While investigating, they stumble upon a hidden recording that sheds light on the missing person's last moments. The recording implicates a well-known figure in the community, someone who has everything to lose if the truth comes out. This revelation brings a new sense of urgency to their mission but also heightens the danger. Armed with evidence, Emma, Jake, and Laura confront the figurehead, hoping to force a confession. However, things take a dangerous turn when they are ambushed by the figure's enforcers. A tense standoff ensues, leading to a dramatic escape and a renewed determination to expose the truth. In a climactic finale, Emma and Jake manage to leak the evidence to the press, with Laura's help. The story breaks wide open, leading to public outrage and a legal investigation. The truth about the missing person and the conspiracy is finally revealed, bringing a sense of closure to Emma and Jake, though they know the fight for justice is never truly over. This extended storyline weaves together personal redemption, mystery, and suspense, keeping the reader engaged as Emma and Jake navigate their journey toward uncovering the truth. With the truth out in the open, Emma and Jake find themselves in the spotlight, hailed as heroes by some and targeted by others who were complicit in the conspiracy. The media frenzy adds to their stress, but they are resolute in their decision to stand by their actions. Emma reconnects with her family, trying to mend broken relationships, while Jake starts to find peace with his past, feeling a newfound purpose and seeking justice. As the investigation unfolds, unexpected allies emerge, whistleblowers and former insiders who were too scared to speak out before. These individuals provide crucial testimony, further solidifying the case against the powerful figure behind the conspiracy. Emma and Jake form a support network with these allies, sharing their experiences and building strength in unity. Just when Emma and Jake begin to think the danger has passed, they receive a chilling warning. A shadowy group, even more powerful and secretive, is unhappy with their interference. This group starts to exert pressure, using intimidation tactics to silence Emma, Jake, and their allies. The couple must now navigate this new threat, balancing their desire for a normal life with the need to protect themselves and their loved ones. Determined not to back down, Emma and Jake prepare for a potential showdown. They work closely with law enforcement and legal advisors to ensure their safety and strengthen the case against the conspirators. Laura continues to publish articles exposing the depths of the corruption, rallying public support and keeping the pressure on the hidden adversaries. In a surprising turn of events, one of the key figures in the shadowy group approaches Emma and Jake with an offer: walk away from the investigation, and they'll be left alone. The couple faces a moral dilemma: protect themselves or continue the fight for justice, risking everything. Emma and Jake, with the support of Laura and their allies, decide to take a stand. They organize a public event, where they reveal the full extent of their findings to the world. The event is broadcast live, making it impossible for their enemies to silence them without drawing further attention. The shadowy group is forced to retreat, their influence weakened by the public exposure. With the conspiracy dismantled, Emma and Jake finally find a moment of peace. They reflect on their journey, acknowledging the growth they've experienced both individually and as a couple. Emma decides to use her experience to help others, starting a support group for people affected by similar situations. Jake, inspired by their journey, pursues a career in law enforcement, determined to make a difference. Together, they embark on a new chapter, their bond stronger than ever, knowing that while the battle may be over, their commitment to truth and justice will continue to guide them. Emma and Jake's exposure of the conspiracy sends shockwaves through their community. Other victims and witnesses begin to come forward, inspired by their bravery. The authorities launch broader investigations, uncovering additional layers of corruption and criminal activity. Emma and Jake are called upon to testify, their courage helping to bring many wrongdoers to justice. With the immediate danger behind them, Emma and Jake focus on healing. Emma delves into therapy, confronting the trauma she has long suppressed. Jake, too, seeks guidance, learning to forgive himself for past mistakes. Their relationship deepens as they support each other through this healing process, finding solace in their shared resilience. Recognizing the power of their story, Emma and Jake start working with advocacy groups, raising awareness about corruption and the importance of whistleblowers. They speak at events, share their experiences, and mentor others who find themselves in similar situations. Their journey from victims to advocates becomes a source of inspiration for many. Just as life begins to settle into a new normal, Emma receives a mysterious package at her doorstep. Inside is a letter with another cryptic message and a set of old photographs, hinting at another unresolved mystery. Though hesitant, Emma and Jake's curiosity is piqued. They can't ignore the possibility that someone is reaching out for help. Reluctantly, Emma and Jake decide to investigate the new mystery. Their search leads them to a forgotten case from decades ago, a disappearance that was never solved and a scandal that was quietly buried. The deeper they dig, the more they realize that this new mystery may be connected to the shadowy group they previously exposed. As they uncover more details, Emma and Jake find themselves crossing paths with old enemies who are eager to protect their remaining secrets. The couple must navigate a web of deception and danger once more, drawing on their past experiences to stay one step ahead. The stakes escalate when Emma and Jake are targeted in a direct attack, a stark reminder that their pursuit of truth is not without risk. Their home is broken into, and important evidence is stolen. Shaken but not deterred, they resolve to continue, knowing that giving up now would mean leaving another family without answers. In the midst of their investigation, an unexpected ally emerges, a former member of the shadowy group who has grown disillusioned and wants to make amends. This person provides Emma and Jake with crucial information that helps them piece together the missing parts of the puzzle. Emma and Jake uncover the truth behind the decades-old disappearance, exposing another layer of corruption and cover-ups. This new revelation sends ripples through the community, bringing closure to a long-forgotten tragedy and reinforcing Emma and Jake's role as champions of justice. Emma and Jake emerge stronger, their bond reinforced by yet another shared victory. They reflect on their journey, recognizing the strength they've found in each other and their unwavering commitment to uncovering the truth. They know that the road ahead may still hold challenges, but together, they are ready to face whatever comes their way. Their story becomes a testament to the power of resilience, courage, and the unyielding pursuit of justice. Emma and Jake continue to inspire those around them, their legacy growing as they take on new mysteries, each one a step toward making the world a better, more transparent place. An abandoned warehouse at midnight, dimly lit by a single hanging bulb. Emma, a determined journalist, and Jake, a former detective turned private investigator. Emma and Jake corner the antagonist, Vincent, a corrupt businessman with ties to a series of recent crimes. The scene is tense, filled with sharp dialogue as Emma accuses Vincent of orchestrating the disappearance of a local activist, Sarah. Vincent attempts to manipulate them, claiming he's just a scapegoat. A struggle ensues, leading to a dramatic showdown where Emma and Jake outsmart Vincent, ensuring he can't escape. Jake's office, cluttered with case files and photographs pinned on a corkboard. Emma and Jake, both exhausted but resolute. They review the night's events, going through evidence that reveals how Vincent used his influence to manipulate key figures in the community. Flashbacks show snippets of how Sarah was framed, her reputation tarnished to cover Vincent's tracks. Emma struggles with the realization that her trusted sources were compromised, while Jake battles his guilt for not seeing the bigger picture sooner. A secluded cabin in the woods, where Sarah has been hiding after receiving threats. Emma and Jake find Sarah, who recounts her ordeal. She was investigating Vincent's illegal activities and went into hiding after narrowly escaping an attack. Sarah provides the final piece of evidence that ties Vincent to the crimes. Sarah is hesitant to go public, fearing for her life. Emma and Jake must convince her that standing together will ensure justice is served. The city skyline at dawn, overlooking the chaos they've just emerged from. With Vincent arrested and Sarah safe, Emma and Jake reflect on the journey they've taken. Their conversation shifts from professional to personal as they acknowledge the bond they've formed. The scene ends with a subtle hint of romance as they walk away, Emma's head resting lightly on Jake's shoulder. A bustling press conference at City Hall, with media and onlookers gathered. Sarah, supported by Emma and Jake, bravely steps forward to share her story. She presents irrefutable evidence of Vincent's corruption and the threats she faced. The mayor promises an investigation into the cover-up. Skeptical journalists challenge Sarah, but Emma and Jake defend her credibility. The tension peaks when Emma provides additional evidence that she uncovered, silencing the doubts and turning the tide of public opinion. A quiet cafe, where Emma, Jake, and Sarah sit together. They reflect on the journey they've been through, the risks taken, and the justice achieved. Sarah expresses gratitude and shares her plans to rebuild her life. Emma and Jake discuss their next steps, hinting at future collaborations. Emma is torn between pursuing a safer path or continuing as an investigative journalist. Jake reassures her, emphasizing the importance of her work and the impact they've made together. Jake visits Emma, offering to help with her next story. They discuss potential cases and how they can continue working as a team. The conversation becomes more personal, with Jake expressing his admiration for Emma's courage. Emma hesitates to let Jake in emotionally, wary of blurring professional lines. Jake reassures her, suggesting that their bond is a strength, not a complication. A park at sunset, where Emma and Jake walk together. They talk about the future, agreeing to support each other in both professional and personal capacities. The scene ends with a promise to always seek the truth together, solidifying their partnership and hinting at a blossoming romance. The subtle tension of unspoken feelings is resolved as they share a moment of quiet understanding, suggesting that their connection will grow deeper over time. Emma's office, where she pins a new headline on her board, "Justice Served, the Truth Prevails." Emma smiles as she reads the headline, feeling a sense of accomplishment. Jake places a supportive hand on her shoulder, symbolizing their unity. The camera pans out, showing the city skyline, symbolizing the endless stories waiting to be uncovered. Vincent's high-rise office, sleek and cold, overlooking the city. Vincent, in prison, his loyal enforcers, Emma, Jake. Even though Vincent is arrested, his influence still looms large. His enforcers attempt to silence Sarah and sabotage the case by planting false evidence to discredit her. Emma and Jake must navigate this final hurdle to ensure the truth is not lost. As they uncover the plot, they realize that Vincent's power reaches deeper than they initially thought, and the danger is far from over. Sarah becomes a target again, but she refuses to back down, drawing on the strength she's gained. Emma and Jake rush to protect her, leading to a tense, action-packed confrontation with Vincent's men. The enforcers take Sarah hostage in a last-ditch effort to stop the truth from coming out. Emma and Jake work together to rescue Sarah and expose the remaining corruption. This scene includes tense moments of negotiation, trust, and finally, a physical confrontation where Emma and Jake's quick thinking and teamwork prevail. Sarah is nearly taken out in the scuffle, but Emma and Jake save her just in time. The enforcers are arrested, and Vincent's last attempt at power crumbles. Emma and Jake share a moment of relief, knowing that they protected Sarah and ensured that justice will finally be served. The case is officially closed, and the corrupt officials and Vincent's network are dismantled. Sarah, having become a symbol of resilience, is given a platform to speak about the importance of fighting for truth and justice. Emma and Jake sit quietly in the back, content but aware that their work is far from over. While the victory feels sweet, Emma feels conflicted about the media's portrayal of Sarah as the hero. She worries that the story of their struggles, and their role in bringing Vincent to justice, will be overshadowed by the dramatized narrative. Jake reassures her that this is just the beginning of their journey. A quiet evening in the city, with Emma and Jake walking through a bustling park, no longer weighed down by the recent dangers. They reflect on everything that's happened, realizing how much they've changed. Emma has grown into a stronger journalist, and Jake has rediscovered his sense of purpose. They talk about how their lives will continue to intertwine, professionally and personally. The tension between them softens as they acknowledge their growing feelings for one another. They talk about the possibility of more cases and adventures together, though they're aware that the risks won't ever fully disappear. Emma and Jake's journey shows that no matter the challenges or risks, seeking the truth, fighting for justice, and growing as individuals is what truly matters. Their bond becomes the central force that drives them forward, showing how trust and mutual respect are the foundations of a successful partnership. As Emma sits, pondering her next case, Jake enters with a playful remark about her next adventure. She smiles, knowing that while their personal lives may have shifted, their commitment to each other and the truth is unwavering.